They didn't just hurt you, they tested the limits of your self-control and waited to see who you would become. In that moment, a dangerous thought enters the mind. Not justice, not fairness, but revenge. You imagine it lit at night. You replay the scene over and over. You rehearse every word, every move, every detail of the moment when you will make them feel the pain you endured. It feels alive. It feels necessary. It feels righteous. Marcus Aurelius saw this too, and he wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." At first, it sounds almost too simple, too easy, too unsatisfying. You want them to pay. You want them to suffer. You want to see the scales finally tip in your favor. But Marcus understood a truth few ever grasp. Revenge doesn't touch them first. It touches you. It seeps into your mind quietly, like a shadow stretching across the room. It poisons your thoughts, your sleep, your peace, and slowly, without warning, it reshapes you. Anger tells you a story. Hatred gives you a mission. Revenge promises relief. And all three lie. Imagine carrying someone else's betrayal like a stone in your chest. Every breath heavier, every thought darker, every plan, every conversation, every silence threaded with their presence. They move on with their life. They sleep without burden. They forget. And you remain trapped, a prisoner of the very thing you wanted to control. Marcus lived surrounded by betrayal, war, politics, and death. If anyone had a reason to hate, it was him. Yet in his private reflections, he kept reminding himself, "You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you. This is not weakness. This is mastery." Every moment you choose revenge, you surrender a fragment of your soul. Your clarity dims, your peace erodes, your time becomes hostage to someone else's cruelty. Ask yourself, why should their mistake rewrite your character? Marcus says, it doesn't. It has no power unless you give it. You don't rise by dragging others down. You rise by refusing to sink. Revenge teaches your mind one habit: reaction. A reactive mind is never free. Today it is revenge, tomorrow it is pride, then ego, then bitterness. Soon, you don't even recognize yourself. Marcus warns of this silent transformation. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest. Not to hate them, not to punish them, but to prepare yourself. Because expecting perfection from flawed humans is self-harm. Most people hurt not out of malice, but out of ignorance, weakness, or pain of their own. And if someone does hurt you intentionally, Marcus asks, why would you let them control your inner world? Revenge levels you with them. Self-control elevates you above them. Every act of hatred, every whispered grudge, every plan of retaliation, it cracks dignity. It stains character. You may win the argument, you may strike the final blow, but you lose something invisible yet priceless: yourself. Character, Marcus believed, is all you truly own. Everything else, wealth, status, health, even life, can be taken, but how you respond belongs solely to you. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. No exceptions, not even for revenge, because the soul remembers. Every time you choose hatred, you train your mind to return there faster next time. Every time you practice restraint, you build a fortress. Forgiveness, Marcus reminds us, is not for them, it is for you. Not forgetting, not excusing, not tolerating abuse, but refusing to let poison become nourishment. You can set boundaries without rage, walk away without hatred, remain silent without weakness. Silence chosen is strength. Revenge screams, but wisdom whispers. Power fades, victory fades, revenge fades. But the soul remembers. Feed it poison, and it weakens. Feed it discipline, and it grows. The choice is quiet, but it defines your life. The morning comes, and the impulse for revenge is still there. It whispers as you drink your coffee. It lingers as you walk to work. It sits silently beside you in every conversation. Marcus would tell you, do not fight it with force. Observe it. Name it. Do not obey it. Anger is a signal, not a command. Hatred is a messenger, not a ruler. Revenge is a temptation, not a necessity. When someone wrongs you, your mind wants to rewrite the story. It wants to make them the villain. You want to make yourself the hero. And in doing so, you create a tale where reality bends to your desire. Marcus saw through this illusion. He wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." It is not denial, it is not weakness, it is freedom. Every time you let go of the urge to strike back, you reclaim a piece of yourself. Every time you resist the temptation to answer anger with anger, you grow stronger than the person who hurt you. Think of the soul as a garden. If you plant seeds of vengeance, weeds of bitterness grow fast. If you plant seeds of discipline, restraint, and reflection, the garden blooms in silence. Marcus tells us, it is a choice, every day, every hour, every minute. And it is not easy. The human mind loves drama. It craves resolution. It wants closure in the form of payback. But true closure is not in their defeat. It is in your mastery. Consider this. Your enemy's actions are temporary. Their words are fleeting. Their presence in your life is momentary. But the way you respond lasts. The habit you build lasts. The fortress you construct inside yourself lasts. Imagine living with clarity instead of resentment. Imagine walking through the day without reliving past injustices. Imagine the peace that comes when your happiness is untouchable. Marcus understood that life is short, too short to waste on revenge, too precious to let anger dictate your every step. He writes in his meditations, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it?" Think about that. Every sleepless night, every bitter thought, every conversation tainted by your desire to retaliate, these consequences outweigh the original harm. And yet, the choice is always yours. You are not trapped by their actions. You are trapped only by your obedience to your own impulses. Marcus gives us a roadmap. Observe, reflect, respond. Do not react. Do not surrender. Do not become the shadow of your own hatred. Even the smallest acts of discipline matter. A pause before you speak. A deep breath before you act. A moment of reflection before you let anger decide your day. These are victories. Invisible, quiet victories. Yet more powerful than any revenge could ever be. Because while they may win battles outside, you are winning battles within. And battles within last lifetimes. When your mind urges you to strike back, say, "I will not let this control me. I will not let this define me. I will not let this take my peace." This is the teaching of Marcus Aurelius. Not punishment, not retribution, not victory over another, but victory over yourself. And that, he understood, is the only victory that truly matters. Days pass, and the impulse to retaliate has not disappeared. It hides in small moments, a glance, a word, a memory, waiting for the perfect opportunity to ignite. Marcus Aurelius understood this. He wrote in his Meditations not as advice for others, but as a reminder to himself. When angry, count 10 before you speak. If very angry, 100. Not counting to delay, not counting to avoid confrontation, but counting to reclaim the moment, to decide who rules your mind, impulse or reason. Every grudge, every whispered plan of revenge begins small. A thought, a spark, a justification. And if left unchecked, it becomes wildfire. It consumes perspective. It blinds judgment. It turns you into what you swore you would never be. Marcus had seen empires fall, generals betrayed, friends betray, nations crumble. And yet, he constantly reminded himself, no man can harm you unless you allow it. Not because harm does not exist, but because your soul is untouchable unless you surrender it. Imagine your mind as a courtroom. The case, someone wronged you. The prosecutor, rage. The defense, reason. If you always side with anger, your soul is convicted. If you side with reason, your soul remains free. Revenge may offer the illusion of closure, but true closure is internal. It is the quiet certainty that you did not let someone else dictate your peace. Marcus teaches another subtle truth. If someone does wrong, it is because of their nature. Respond according to yours. You cannot control them. You cannot rewrite their character. You can only choose your own. And here lies the paradox. The harder you resist the urge for revenge, the stronger you become. The calmer you remain, the more unshakable your presence. The more disciplined your response, the higher your freedom soars. Every time you resist reacting, you build a fortress. Every moment you do not let hatred enter your mind, you reclaim territory that no one can take. Revenge is tempting because it is visible. It is dramatic. It promises the world sees your power. But mastery is quiet, unseen, uncelebrated. Yet mastery lasts longer than any shout of vengeance ever could. Marcus would say, reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. Not to forget, not to excuse, but to refuse to feed the poison. Imagine carrying a grudge for years. Every thought tainted, every relationship strained, every ambition slowed. And all of it for what? For someone else's momentary satisfaction? Marcus knew the cost intimately. Every day he faced betrayal, envy, and malice. And yet, he reminds himself, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Anger colors it red. Hatred colors it black. Discipline colors it gold. Every choice you make, to lash out or to restrain, leaves a permanent mark. This is why Stoicism, at its core, is a school of self-preservation, not of revenge, not of passivity, but of survival of the soul. When someone wrongs you, Marcus asks, who do you want to be? The person who reacts and diminishes their own soul, or the one who rises, unbroken, untouchable, free? The choice is quiet, but it echoes forever. And that is why revenge, while tempting, is a trap. Because it promises relief, but delivers chains. Chains you cannot see. Chains that bind your thoughts, your actions, your very character. And freedom, Marcus reminds us, is the ultimate victory. Not over them, not over the world, but over yourself. You walk through your day and notice the smallest triggers. A careless comment, a forgotten favor, an insult you thought long buried. Mind whispers, pay them back. Make them regret it. Show them who is stronger. And yet, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if someone does wrong, remember that it is human nature. Do not let your soul become the same. Think of it like this. A spark of fire lands on dry grass. Left alone, it spreads and consumes everything. But if you contain it, if you refuse to fuel it, the fire dies, and the field survives, green and whole. Every time you choose restraint, you stop the wildfire in your mind. Every time you refuse to react, you take back your power. Marcus Aurelius was not naive. He knew people could betray, lie, and humiliate. He faced enemies in the Senate, soldiers in battle, and even family members in conflict. And yet, his reflections never dwell on vengeance. They dwell on control, on mastery, on the internal fortress that no betrayal can breach. Consider a modern example. A coworker spreads a rumor about you. Your first instinct is fury. You want to strike back. You want to humiliate them in return. But pause, observe, reflect. What will revenge actually do? It might make the world see your anger. It might give you a temporary rush. But it will not restore the truth. It will not erase the rumor. It will not heal your soul. Marcus would say, the mind that resists injury is itself uninjured. By not reacting, you preserve your dignity. You reclaim your peace. You rise above the petty cycle of retaliation. Even in intimate relationships, this lesson holds. A friend betrays your trust. A loved one insults you. The world seems to demand retaliation. But Stoicism teaches a different route: reflection, clarity, and deliberate choice. Reacting from anger only multiplies pain. Self-control multiplies freedom. Revenge is loud and visible. Mastery is quiet and invisible. And quiet is stronger. Marcus Aurelius also reminds us, the best way to avenge yourself is to not be like the one who harmed you. Notice the subtlety. Not defeat them, not punish them, not humiliate them. Simply, do not become them. Imagine the difference. Two people wrong you. One responds in kind. One responds with self-control. Years later, the first is exhausted, bitter, and trapped in memory. The second is free, unshaken, and at peace. This is not theory. It is lived philosophy. It is the practice of survival, growth, and unbreakable character. Every time someone tries to drag you into a cycle of revenge, remember this: you can choose another path, one of calm, one of discipline, one of silent strength. Every decision matters. Every restraint matters. Every refusal to react builds the inner fortress. And the world around you may never notice, but your soul does. And that is enough. Because your soul is yours alone, untouchable, unassailable, infinite in its potential for freedom. Time passes. The thoughts of revenge that once loomed large now feel smaller. The impulse still comes, but it no longer rules. You notice it, acknowledge it, and let it pass like clouds across the sky. Marcus Aurelius believed that true freedom comes from within, not from defeating others, not from punishing those who wrong you, but from mastery over your own mind. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. It is simple. It is profound. It is quiet. it is power. Look back at the moments that once consumed you, the betrayal, the insult, the injustice, and now see them through a different lens. Not as chains that bind you, but as lessons that sharpen you. Every time you chose restraint over reaction, you trained your mind like a warrior. Every time you resisted the urge to lash out, you built a fortress no enemy could breach. And this is the ultimate paradox. The more the world tries to harm you, the stronger you become. Marcus writes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Not over what they did, not over the world's injustice, but over your response, over your peace, over your soul." Imagine the life you could lead if every moment of anger, every desire for revenge, was met with calm reflection. No grudges, no bitterness, no wasted energy. Only focus, clarity, and freedom. Marcus understood that life is short and the mind is precious. To waste it on vengeance is to hand over your most valuable possession to someone else. To embrace discipline, patience, and self-mastery is to claim it back, entirely, permanently, irrevocably. And here is the final truth. You cannot control others. You cannot rewrite the past. You cannot force justice. But you can control this moment, this thought, this action, this life. Every decision you make, to react, to lash out, to remain calm, to fuel anger, or to cultivate peace, defines who you are. Marcus Aurelius challenges us to choose wisely. Will you be consumed by the chaos of the world, or will you rise above it? Will you surrender your soul to the fleeting satisfaction of revenge, or will you protect it with calm, discipline, and reason? The choice is quiet. It does not scream. It does not demand recognition, but it is eternal. Every act of restraint, every moment of reflection, every refusal to be dragged into vengeance builds a life that is unshakable. And that is the final lesson of Marcus Aurelius. The world may betray you. People may hurt you. Life may be unfair. But if you govern your own mind, if you protect your soul, if you refuse to become your enemy, then nothing and no one can ever truly harm you. And in that, you find not revenge, but freedom. Not victory over others, but mastery over yourself. Not bitterness, but peace.